Next on Worcester News tonight, shoppers look for big deals as they hit the stores on Black Friday. Plus, a Black Friday of a different kind as one Worcester shop closes for good. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Chandler Walsh. A cloudy and mild day today, but there may be snow over the weekend. Let's get a first look at our local forecast with meteorologist Tim Kelly for more.
Yeah, it's pretty enough. A little crescent moon there just going down with the planets next to them. It's mostly clear. It is cold outside. Low temperature tonight in the 20s. Bright and brisk for our Saturday. There's a crescent moon. Tomorrow evening, we'll still be able to see it. Different story on Sunday, though. Tomorrow night, the wind finally lets up. It's still breezy outside. It's going to be breezy tomorrow. Sunday, not much wind, but it's going to come in off the ocean even as clouds come in from the west. Low-level air comes in from the east, and it is snowing by sunset, probably about 2 or 3 o'clock. And by sunset, we'll may have an inch or two of snow on the ground, depending on how fast it comes in. It's high pressure from Canada right now, supplying the cold air. The storm system dropped 1.5 feet in the Grand Canyon of Arizona. It looks like it's breaking into pieces here. With the original low, it's going to kind of fall apart over the Great Lakes. A new low is going to form to our south. So here's 4 o'clock. We are snowing in much of Worcester County and much of southern New England. The rain snow line could try and come in for a short time Sunday night into Monday, but it's going to change back to snow. We're looking at a potential foot of snow here. Talk more about the timing, impact, and 10-day coming up in a few minutes.
A 19-year-old man is suffering serious injuries following a shooting late this morning in Worcester. One person was shot outside of a home on Maxwell Street just after 11:30. Police arrived on scene and taped off a 1-block area. Worcester Police K-9 assisted in the search for the suspects. The victim was brought to a local hospital. Police are searching for 2 suspects. They're described as men in their 20s wearing black hooded sweatshirts. It's believed they fled from the scene in a dark-colored vehicle. Many are working off their Thanksgiving turkey with laps around the mall. Black Friday is one of the busiest shopping days of the year. It's a time for many to cross off holiday shopping lists, and for others, it's a special tradition. Our Gretchen LaRosa has the story.
It's nice. It's great. I mean, you get more bang for your buck.
Foot traffic in the Solomon Pond Mall is high Friday as shoppers take advantage of Black Friday sales.
Great crowds, a lot of shopping, a lot of people, a lot of bags, which is great, and everyone seems to be having a real good time.
General Manager Chris Bastian says stores saw lines of shoppers as early as 12:30 Thursday morning. He says a packed parking lot and mall are a welcomed sight after a lot of preparation.
This is certainly one of the busier days. Again, it's sort of that annual kickoff, a lot of great promotions that are just for today or for the weekend.
And for some, their tradition of shopping on Black Friday is even better than the deals.
It's a social event for them. They've been coming out. I've talked to women that have been coming out for like 20 years.
I like the craziness of it and trying to find a bargain.
Others say the day is a chance to get ahead on some holiday spending.
I'm using some gift cards before I go back to school.
And then it'll get busy, and we'll be really busy right up until that last week right before Christmas.
While Black Friday is wildly popular, this is just the beginning for the mall's busiest season. With Christmas just a month away, the mall says they're offering extended hours throughout the holiday season. At the Solomon Pond Mall, Gretchen LaRosa, Worcester News Tonight.
A Worcester business closes its doors as a result of Governor Charlie Baker's ban on vaping products. Owners at Mad Vapes on Grafton Street say after 2 months of the ban, they can't afford to stay open. Our Cam Jandro is in Worcester tonight with more. Cam.
Chan, Kevin Brown opened Mad Vapes a few years ago after decades of smoking. He says he was really hoping to keep the store open, but when Governor Charlie Baker announced another ban on flavored vaping and tobacco products, they realized they just couldn't stay open and had to pull the plug.
We have been villainized and act like we are horrible people.
The shelves at Worcester's Mad Vapes are empty, not because of Black Friday shoppers. They're empty because the shop is closing its doors. Owner Kevin Brown says Governor Charlie Baker's ban was simply too much for them to handle.
It impacted our business 100%. We weren't able to sell anything because we are a 100% pure vape shop.
Brown and his wife, Michelle, have run the Grafton Street shop for 6 years. The couple says they've been holding off from closing to see what happens, but not being able to sell anything over the last 2 months has made staying open a financial burden.
Luckily, our kids are grown, so they're older, so we've just been trying to survive the best that we can on savings and what we have.
It's very upsetting. It's just shocking that the government can take a business away like in an hour.
Governor Baker announced this week he would be removing the ban earlier than initially stated, but in doing so, he banned flavored tobacco and vaping products.
It's pretty clear at this point in time there isn't going to be a federal policy on this anytime soon, and in the absence of that, I think we all felt we needed to act.
The Browns spent Friday sweeping the floor and emptying their former store, now officially out of business. Their concern is for their customer base.
We've talked to them and they've come in here as we're shutting down, and many of them have said they've gone back to smoking cigarettes. And you know, we opened up passionately to help people get off cigarettes.
Now, the Browns say one of their challenges is getting rid of the inventory that they currently have. As for the future, now that Mad Vapes is closing, they say they're still working on it. In Worcester tonight, I'm Kim Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
A temporary exhibit opens on Saturday at Union Station to honor the lives of the 6 firefighters who died in the Worcester cold storage fire in 1999. The tribute to the Worcester 6 has hundreds of items, including pictures, newspaper articles, a scale model of the building, and artwork from local school children. Chief Lavoie encourages the city's younger residents to come visit the museum to better understand what happened 20 years ago.
6 of them didn't make it out, but every one of them, I guarantee you, if they were here today, they would tell you they loved being a firefighter, they loved doing their job, and unfortunately, they made the ultimate sacrifice doing what they needed to do, trying to save somebody else.
The pop-up Memorial Museum will be open to the public all week long. The exhibit will be hosted by current and retired Worcester firefighters. Several local businesses are giving back this Small Business Saturday. They're coming together in one place to raise money for the family of a victim of a fatal accident. Our Matt Restino has more on their act of kindness.
By sharing what happened to Gabriella Lowell, a Worcester business is trying to create something positive from a tragedy. Gabriella was killed by a distracted driver in June of 2018. Hot Power Yoga Center owner Kristen Marengo knew Gabriella and wants others to know her story.
Gabriella was such a shining light, such a beautiful girl. Her mother is the most selfless, most amazing woman on the planet. So I'm friends with her. I've known her since I was young, and I said, you know what, let's get together and spread mindfulness so that this doesn't happen to anybody else.
13 local small businesses are coming together to raise money in Gabriella's memory this weekend. It's all a part of Small Business Saturday.
We're all gonna open up the yoga studio and turn into like a little mini mall where all clients and anyone, it's open to the public, can come in and shop small, promoting Small Business Saturday.
The center will be raffling off prizes donated by local businesses. 100% of the proceeds will go to their Random Acts of Kindness Fund, which is used to buy toys and gifts for people in need during the holidays. Marengo says giving back is a central part of her studio's mission.
A big part of yoga is uniting with others, helping others, spreading compassion, doing nice things, helping people, that are less fortunate, just spreading joy, spreading love, and, coming together as a community.
Each gift will come with a slip of paper sharing Gabriella's story and asking the recipient to perform a small act of kindness of their own.
Not only to spread Gabriella's story so that people are more cautious when they're in the car and behind the wheel, but also to spread a big ripple effect of doing random acts around the city.
The event will take place this Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. There will be food and drinks, and Making Worcester Warm will be outside selling Christmas wreaths. In the studio, Matt Restino, Worcester News Tonight.
The skating rink at the Worcester Common opened on Friday for this season. The 12,000 square foot rink will be open every Friday through Sunday and during school vacations until February 23rd. Public skating is free this weekend thanks to Cirque du Soleil's Axel, an acrobatic skating show at the DCU Center this week. Be sure to check out Worcester Common Oval on Facebook for any closures or cancellations due to weather. Worcester is bracing for this season's first plowable snowstorm this Sunday. The same day the city's winter parking ban goes into effect. In Worcester, there are 2 parking bans, permanent and declared. The permanent ban starts Sunday and runs through the end of April. The ban applies to areas of heavy traffic flow, emergency arteries, and public bus routes. A declared ban goes into effect ahead of an accumulating snow forecast and allows parking on only one side of the street.
The winter parking ban will be going into effect on December 1st, which coincidentally is when we're expecting our first plowable event. So the winter ban is made up of both permanent streets and declared streets. Most arterials are permanent streets, which means you cannot park on one or both sides between 2 and 6 a.m. every single night.
Worcester residents are encouraged to keep a close watch on the local forecast ahead of Sunday's storm for the possibility of a declared ban. Residents should make sure they move their vehicles before snowplows make their way around the city.